Welcome to Arthur Davis Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to cook a nice steak and the accompaniments, which is featured in our Valentine's Day box. So if I just run through the ingredients which we're going to cook today. So I've got some nice fillet steak from our Buxton butchers. And to accompany that I'm going to do some fondant potatoes, some tender stem broccoli, some chantenay carrots, and some filled mushrooms, which I'm going to simply char grill with a nice parsley butter. The chantenay carrots, well, you can cook in various ways. I'm choosing to do in boiling salted water with butter, a little bit of star anise and some fresh honey. It will give a nice flavour of aniseed, and together with the honey and the butter, it will give a nice glaze. And with the fondant potatoes, very simply, I'm going to pan fry them with some garlic and some thyme, and a little bit of stock, run them through the oven until all the stock has been absorbed and evaporated to leave a nice golden potato. So with the chantenay carrots, I've chosen to peel them, but by all means leave the skins on and then just roast them after you've cleaned them thoroughly, particularly in where the stalk is. Just get rid of any of the dirt. But like I said, I've cleaned them, I've peeled them, and then what I'm going to do is just put them in some boiling salted water with some star anise, some butter, and then just going to add some lovely fresh honey. Just a little bit, just for flavour. Then that will glaze them with the butter to give a nice, fresh, sweet carrot. And then I'll cook those for probably about 10 minutes until all the water is evaporated and the glaze is all over the carrots. So secondly, I'm going to do the fondant potatoes. So you can buy these from Arthur David, and I'm going to do 2 proportion, and I'm going to pan fry them in a little bit of butter, some garlic and some thyme. Then I'm going to add some beef stock. I've just used simply a beef stock cube, and then tip it all over the fondant potatoes, and then just run it through the oven for about 10-15 minutes, again until the potato has absorbed all the moisture, and again it's nice and brown and you've got a lovely flavour of beef, garlic and thyme. So as you can see, I've just put a little bit of oil in the pan, put some butter in, and then simply put your potatoes in, and then season them with some black pepper and sea salt. At this stage, all I want to do is get them brown on both sides. So we'll just leave as you can see, I'm not putting the garlic in quite yet because I don't want it to burn. It's a case of, with garlic, you just want a flavour. You don't want the flavour of burnt garlic. There's nothing worse. So be very careful. Get it brown first of all, and then add your thyme and your garlic cloves. So as you can see, got a nice golden brown on here. The butter is a nice golden nut brown in colour, so it's got a lovely flavour. And I'm going to just add the thyme and the cloves of garlic, and then just add the beef stock. So I mean, the flavour, the smell is gorgeous. So what I'm going to do now is place it in the oven for about 10 minutes until nicely golden brown. So tender stem, in season at the moment. It's grown in this country. It's a great product, and all I'm going to do with this is blanch it in a little boiling salted water. Then I've refreshed it, and then what I'm going to do is simply char grill it. I want the black of the char grill onto here, which will give it a nicer dimension when you accompany it with the steak, the fondant potatoes, the mushrooms and the carrots. So filled mushrooms, beautiful flavour. I think one of my favourite mushrooms. All I'm going to do with it is wash them. I'm not going to peel them, although it is very therapeutic just peeling these, but don't. I find the flavour is in the skin, and all I'm going to do is just drizzle a little bit of olive oil, char grill in the pan, and then when it's just cooked, I've made some parsley and garlic butter, which I'm just going to place on the mushroom, ready to serve. So get my char grill nice and hot. As you can see, I haven't put any oil in there. I've just lightly greased each of the vegetables. So we're just going to put these on. Now the reason I'm char grilling this is because it all goes nicely with a nice pan fried fillet steak with a nice peppercorn sauce, and along with the tender stem broccoli. I'm just going to get a nice colour on these. So as you can see, I haven't moved the broccoli from the time I put it in, because I just want the char grill to set on it. So as you can see, the mushrooms got the lovely markings, and then I'm just going to turn this over. As you can see, I've got nice black markings here. So with the tender stem, I've literally blanched it for 5 minutes and then cooled it down under cold running water, dried it thoroughly, and now I'm just getting this lovely flavour on the stems. Mushrooms are cooked, and they've got some lovely markings on the side there. And I'm just going to lift them out and place the garlic butter over them. So again, with the butter, all it is chopped parsley, some salt and pepper, crushed garlic in salted butter. And I'll just leave that to melt. And then with the broccoli, as you can see, it's nicely charred, gorgeous flavour. It smells lovely. And then that's ready for service. These beautiful 6-ounce fillet steaks from Buxton Butchers. As you can see, the marbling is really nice on it. And quite honestly, they feel that tender, I could put my fingers through it. So these have been out of the fridge for about 20 minutes, just to bring up to room temperature. And then I'm going to pan fry in a little bit of oil and butter. And then halfway through the cooking, I'll add some thyme and some garlic just to give it a nice flavour. And then I'm just going to Monty the butter over the fillet steak to get a nice caramelisation on the meat. So put a little bit of oil in the pan, a nice hot pan. So good season with salt and black pepper. I'm not going to add any butter quite yet because it will burn. So I'm just going to get a nice colour on the steaks, and then I'll add some butter, some thyme and some garlic. So as you can see, nice golden brown all over. Just going to seal the sides very, very quickly, just to keep all the juices in the meat, like so. So they normally take, because I like my beef rare, it'll probably take about 2.5–3 minutes on each side with a good 10 minutes resting. So as you can see, they're nice and golden brown. So we can add some butter, just some crushed garlic, skin, everything. I've just literally crushed it. And then some fresh thyme. So like I said, 2.5 minutes each side, and then we'll leave it to rest. Nice caramelisation on top. The flavour and the smell from the garlic, thyme and the brown butter is wonderful. So I've turned them over and I'm just completing the last couple of minutes on this side. So it's very important, once you've got your colour, just nappe some butter over just to give it a nice flavour. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the garlic. I'm not going to serve it because obviously it's the cooking juices, but just going to leave it to rest now for 10 minutes and then we're going to serve. So after 10-15 minutes, it really is a very quick meal to prepare. So the fillet steaks, 2.5 minutes each side. The fondant potatoes, probably 15 minutes in the oven. The tender stem and the filled mushroom, minutes on the char grill. And then the chantenay carrots, they are now done. As you can see, got a nice glaze on them. The smell is gorgeous, and the flavour of aniseed will be really nice. Together with the honey, it'll be a really nice, sweet, tasty carrot. So all I'm going to do is display it on a sharing board, because I think with Valentine's there's going to be 2 of you, and any leftovers you can give the children on another day. But generally I'm going to display it on a sharing board. So we're just going to have, so you have 2 potatoes each, the lovely filled mushrooms with the garlic and parsley butter, the lovely tender stem broccoli which has been lightly char grilled, and then the beautiful fillet steaks. So we'll just put one there, and then we'll just cut go. So a nice fillet steak, beautifully cooked, nice and rare. And then finally the carrots. So we're just going to take a few of them out. The smell is gorgeous. And then we're just going to put, it's about using the vegetables, cooking the vegetables, which complements the nice fillet of beef. And then to finish the dish, Bay Tree have produced this nice peppercorn sauce, and all I've done is heated it up, put it into the kilner jar, and there's your sharing board of roasted fillet steak.